Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, where I feel like a change of strategy might very well be in order. I want to befriend Inca here. Their opinion of us is currently minus 65. We're working on it. Apparently we're historical enemies, so that's exciting. But we're going to try to make friends with Inca so that we don't have to pull off this shenanigans, which just is not working. Now, I do want to mention, off camera, I did move 30 submarines into another fleet, and that is up over here doing patrol in this region. In theory, anyway. I'm not sure it's actually there. It's in the Iberian coast right now. But it'll make its way over there eventually. And we do want to have automatic split-off enabled for it. Excellent. So we're going to work on that, and we're going to work on getting our Naval Supremacy up and just blockade them a little bit. I also want to check in on our planning progress over here. Yeah, that's coming along. And Inca, we are going to begin trying to get them into our faction, honestly. Or maybe not into our faction, but at least to let us land in their territory. That would be very convenient. They're currently working on secret weapons, which is, a little spooky. I do expect that there's going to be nukes starting to fly eventually. Not going to be too much longer, probably, on the nukes. So that's going to be interesting. Brazil is pretty much the only one over here that we need to worry about, and then Ojibwa. I suppose we could land in America, but then we'd have to, declare on, say, Cherokee to get to them, maybe? Newfoundland is currently democratic and guaranteed by Ojibwa. They're not in the Ojibwan faction. But this could be an option to get us onto North America. And an interesting option it is. So over here in the Asian theater, let's see, this is... These guys are supposed to be in the American theater, are they not? No, these are different guys entirely. Okay. Noted. I think I've been confused. Have I been befuddled here? These guys are over here. I think I may have been bamboozled at some point. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, these guys are all off over this direction. Okay, well, there's advanced landing craft finishing up. I do want to check into, perhaps, anything in this naval doctrine. Submarine surface detection and organization for trade interdiction. This seems like this is probably a good thing to grab. We'll work on that. Also, as far as our focus goes, we will begin working on... perhaps a CAS effort, close air support. That'll be fine. And we'll just keep shuffling these troops in as necessary. So yeah, we might be able to land in America over here. Maybe we should begin justifying on Newfoundland. I think we probably should. Let's get started on that. That will allow America to get all of its ridiculous number of divisions to bear on Ojibwa, and then we'll be able to come in and reinforce them. So Fighter 3 has been researched. That is very, very good for us. Very good indeed. We can't currently grab jet engines, can we? Yeah, that requires rocket engines as a tech. We may want to grab experimental rockets. Or nuclear reactors. Those would both be things that we could do. I think I'm going to go for experimental rockets for right now. We do want to switch over our production of fighters over to Fighter 3. There we go. Excellent. Okay, and then as far as reinforcing this front goes, we're going to have to figure out how we want to do that. Yeah, we are calling to aid the Newfoundlander workers, as expected. Because I definitely want to open up a North American front. So that'll be great. Localized training centers are finishing up. We'll go ahead and grab, I think, the second rank of anti-partisan for right now. I'm also very interested in... That's currently slowly growing. I'm very interested in getting Inca on our side. They're currently up to minus 13. Because just being able to open up this front on its own would be enormous for us. Getting these guys out of Africa. Speaking of them, let's take a quick look at whether we're able to try this. Okay, we're very close. I don't expect that this naval invasion will work. Yeah, that's 6 days there. I expect that we're going to have to go in via the USA or perhaps via Inca. That'll all be interesting. Is Chickasaw in this? They're in no faction. Okay, noted. That is good. Yeah, dispatch all battle results there. That's fine. We do have this research slot available. And let's just continue working on our mine area with that research slot. We're not using mines right now, but we could. We could always switch over. Navally speaking, how are we doing? Actually, that's improved infantry equipment 3. That's going to be very useful for us indeed. We could grab night vision 1, and I do think that that's something I want to do. As far as naval supremacy goes, we are definitely seeing good naval supremacy in all of the regions around Brazil. So that's great. Inca is currently up to minus 13 opinion of us. I want to continue to improve relations with them. They are currently being guaranteed by Brazil, which is going to be interesting. I'm not sure if we can overcome that diplomatically, but we can at the very least have this up here actually, you know, happen. I would love to get Brazil out of this, but Ojibwa is at war with us as well. It's just kind of a separate war there. If we look at the factions map mode, where is that? This one. Then we can see here, these guys are in the alliance of Pratiharis. These guys are in the alliance of Ojibwa. And these guys are all in the alliance of the Ming Empire. And of course there's the alliance of Ethiopia. Our faction. The good guys. Allegedly. Allegedly. Emphasis on the allegedly. Okay, so how are we doing up over here now? 49. I think we're going to go ahead and tell these guys insufficient naval supremacy in the South Georgia Sea. Right, that would be the case. That would indeed be the case. Wait. Oh, because it goes in over here. I didn't catch that somehow. And we actually have all of our ships here that we're going to have. I'm going to add another submarine force here, if I can remember how to do that. Apparently it's like this. And we're just going to bump that up to 99 as well. Okay. So one of our aces were shot down. And we're close to reaching 50% naval supremacy over there. We're up over 50% over here, surprisingly. It's actually very surprising. I'm going to add another submarine task force over here, and we're going to bump that up. Hi, anti-partisan. We're going to bump that up to 99 as well. Excellent. So we're going to have pretty good naval supremacy surrounding Brazil, in theory. And let's go ahead and work on upgrading, say... We already got psychological warfare. Perhaps commando training? Sure. We'll assign this division in over here for now. Excellent. And how close are we over here? Insufficient naval supremacy in the South Georgia Sea still. We should be seeing that come up pretty soon, though. In theory. We're definitely outproducing them. They cannot keep up with our submarine production. I think that's very clear. Speaking of which, how are we doing on that? We are making a lot of submarines. Fantastic. Our naval repair queue is, you know, a thing. Are we just about done with our infrastructure creation? We're getting close-ish. Not exactly super close. Okay, equipment conversion. We can grab equipment conversion too. That'll be fine. I'd love to attempt to launch these. Note, attempt. I don't think we'll have much success. Honestly, I think we're much better off fighting up here and maybe pushing down south over land. But we can keep trying this, at least, until we're prepared to actually fight Ojibwa and crew. So that'll be fine. The enemy supremacy is up there a little bit. 11,666. Yeah, if we get just a few more submarines in over here, then I think we're going to be completely fine. Unfortunately, I think most of our submarines are currently heading here, which is not exactly useful. We could disable the automatic reinforcement of this task force. Temporarily. Okay, there's our experimental rockets. Let's go ahead and grab nuclear reactor. Excellent. And then all we need is a couple of submarines here, honestly, in order to bump it up. So we'll just have to remember to turn this back on for the automatic reinforcement as soon as we get those couple of submarines down here. Oh yeah, Japan is in this too. They're going to be interesting to get to. They're going to be very interesting to get to. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, so this is still at 99. I think we're reinforcing over here, actually. I'm going to go ahead and turn automatic reinforcement back on. And I would absolutely love to see this naval supremacy come up a little bit, but how are we doing on our justification up here? That's something we should probably check in on. We are 65 out of 90 days. Okay. There's a CAS effort. Nice. We'll grab rocket effort next. Getting our hands on jet engines would be pretty useful. But yeah, I definitely want to force Newfoundland into joining the Alliance of Ojibwa. That's the idea here. And I would like to set up a few armies inside the USA. Specifically, I would like to set up a new theater. We'll rename this one to the South American Theater. And we'll make this one be the North American Theater. I believe I may have gotten rid of the Asian Theater with that. These guys, let's see, that is 24 divisions, Army 16. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. So these are all left as is. So that's fine. Now I want to have this army here get assigned into the North American Theater instead of the South American Theater. Yeah, this should actually be renamed to be the Asian Theater. Because this army group is the Asian Theater. Okay, so the South American Theater is going to need to be created out of, let's see, these here. So we've got, these are the naval invaders. And then we've got this army, 2 is here. So this one actually should belong in the Asian Theater, as should this one. And then the North American Theater here, yeah, you belong in the Asian Theater. As do you. This is a big mess, but we need to get these guys out of here. Wait, not you. Not you. You can stay here. Okay, these guys belong in the Asian Theater, clearly. And these guys belong in the Asian Theater. So these 4 belong down here. We're going to put these 2 Actually, we're going to go ahead and rename this to be the South American Theater. And we're going to put these two into a new theater, and we're going to call this the North American Theater. Okay, we're going to send these two over before we declare war over here if we can. We're going to send these two over to set up a front line right up over here. I guess that's fine. Wait a second. How did I do this? Let's not do that. Okay. This army goes in the North American Theater, this army in the South American Theater. Let's not send our naval invaders up to North America. Okay, so we're going to put a front line up over here, and we're going to put a front line up over here. Technically, I want it to be this entire border. But I guess we can't. So we'll put up a secondary front line like that. With no divisions on it, since Concord is technically... actually, you know what? We don't need to have this here. Concord is non-aligned currently, or rather, Cherokee is non-aligned currently. Okay, so theoretically, these guys are going to immediately head over. Yep, they're heading over. Perfect. Our agency has been upgraded. Let's go ahead and grab blueprint stealing next, I guess. I want to check in on what's going on over here. I want this guy to be working on not propaganda, but boosting ideology. Okay. And hopefully we'll start to see communism show up there eventually. I think we may have hit our cap on our improved relations here. Yeah, our cap is 100. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be very, very interesting with that historical enemy. We may have to abandon the Inca concept. But we're definitely going to be fighting Newfoundland as soon as our North American troops get up here. We can see that the US already has a lot of airplanes up here. We're going to have to just rely on them for the air superiority, I think. Wow. I'm a moron. This is the North American Theater. And this one is the South American Theater. How did I mess this up so many times? I don't even know. Degaussing has been finished. That's great. We will go ahead and, I think, grab torpedo tube mine deployment for now. Wonderful. And my pop shield is not wanting to cooperate and stay in position. Stay. Okay, I think it's good. So these guys are making their way north, and they should show up over here. The question is, when is our justification done? In 8 days is the answer. Hopefully, our troops will be there in time. We'll see. For now, let's check in on our Naval Supremacy over here. It's coming up, but it's not super good. Okay. Ah! My pop guard is not playing nice. Okay. Stay. Usually doesn't try to flail all over like that, but right now, it's not cooperating. Hopefully it will soon. Okay, let's check in on Inca. I doubt we're gonna really get too much communism here, though. Realistically. Like, I don't think... I think that historical enemy malice is probably too much for us to overcome. We're going to keep trying, but this is going to become our main focus up there. Our justification is done. We're not going to utilize it just yet, because we want to make sure that these guys get up there. America canceled their Lend-Lease. That's fine. We have that available war goal. That's also completely fine. Okay, let's assign these troops over into the European defense, I guess. That'll do fine. And as far as our naval supremacy down here goes, we will hit 50%. That's a matter of time. And we'll try to get a toehold into Brazil down here. But as I said, our main focus is actually going to turn to the alliance with Ojibwa next. These guys need to go. So we're going to be cruising in over here. This isn't very many troops, but That's fine. America has 1 million troops here, and there's going to be some supply issues, I think, as is. Okay. Our troops are here. They're not quite in position yet. It's going to take them some time. They're being affected by attrition, of course. So let's get up here, and I would absolutely love... Oh, hello, blueprint stealing. I would absolutely love to declare war on these guys. Let's grab, I think, radio interception? Sure. We're definitely not advancing very quickly over here. But that's fine. We're just going to shuffle a bunch of troops around, and we're going to declare on Newfoundland relatively soon. Ming is guaranteeing Newfoundland. I didn't check that. Who is guaranteeing Cherokee? Nobody really. Okay. So we're also going to justify on Cherokee. If we have to go through Cherokee, we will. Or even Chickasaw. Like, I don't want to pull Ming into this. That's the major thing. I feel like that would be painful to pull Ming into this against us. I'm completely okay with Ming remaining neutral. So yeah, I think that's the overall plan, is we're going to find a way in over here. Trade interdiction has finished up. And let's, I think, grab... I think convoy interdiction. Excellent. That does, of course, mean that these guys should probably be moved off of this line to this line. Only 13 divisions of this army? I want all of them there. Oh, I didn't select all of them. It would help if I selected all of them, I suppose. There we go. Get in there. So we'll find a way in over there. There's no doubt about that. And as far as the naval supremacy over here goes, it's only a matter of time. As they continue to lose additional ships, they're not going to be able to keep this up. Yes, we are dropping our naval supremacy a little bit right now, but I'm not too concerned about that. So let's grab, I think, diesel-powered emergency pumps. There we go. That'll just make us even more efficient. I do want to see that naval supremacy come up. But alas, it looks like we are going to be forced to make our plans over here instead. So I do want to have these guys set their plan up. I want their plan to be to set up an offensive line right there. That's their plan. Their plan is to just annex. The whole thing. So they'll begin to work on that. And we could put in a commander, I suppose. That'll be fine. Is that a field marshal that's not assigned? Interesting. So yeah, that'll be the plan there, is that they will get a front opened up with Ojibwa. That's not a very wide front. We would prefer a wider front than this. There's no doubt about that. But that is a front. That is a front. I would really, really like it if Ming would chill. They're currently fighting Tibet. That sounds right. That sounds right. I'm actually going to improve relations with Ming. It's going to be rough, but I want to buy a little bit of time there. Let's work on another upgrade, and I'm going to grab a second upgrade of radio interception for right now. Excellent. So we're going to be ready to go after Concord soon enough. I mean, that'll definitely be next episode. I really should have checked that Ming was guaranteeing New England, or rather Newfoundland. But, I mean, maybe they weren't before? I don't know. I do want to grab either flexible line or streamlined line, and the question is, which do we actually want? And I think overall, we are better off with the production efficiency growth. Well, is that retention or growth is the question. It's otherwise the same. If we're going to be creating new lines, we're better off with the efficiency growth. So I think we're going to do that. Okay. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to open up a brand new front. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time.